An Oklahoma town remembers a softball player killed in a bus crash. Oklahoma goes to permitless carry and a chance of storms this week. This is OU Nightly.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for OU Nightly. I'm James Myers.
And I'm Baylee Bates. We begin tonight with a small Oklahoma town in mourning.
Friends and family are remembering 12-year-old Rindy K. Isaacs. She was a student at Kanawha Middle School. Rindy was killed Friday night in a school bus crash. Police say the bus she was riding on with the school's softball team caught fire when it was hit head-on by SUV. School officials canceled classes in Kanawha today, and all extracurricular activities are suspended this week.
Police say the driver of the vehicle that hit the school bus is John Tallal. Both Tallal and a passenger in the SUV died in the crash. According to court records, Tallal was driving with a suspended license and recently had been arrested for driving while intoxicated. He was released from prison late last year after being falsely accused in a murder case.
And support is pouring in for the Isaacs family and school district. Among those offering condolences is the OU softball team.
Hi, Kanawha Junior Softball Team. This is the OU Senior Softball Team, and we just want to reach out to you guys and let you know that we're praying for you and thinking about you guys.
We're thinking about you guys, we're praying for you, we're playing for you, and we just want you guys to know that never hesitate to ask if you ever need anything. We are stronger together.
The team's video already has over 48,000 views on Twitter.
And after a series of racist acts on the OU campus, President James Gallagly implemented a diversity plan. But some students say it doesn't go far enough. Here's the details on the story.
To us as Black students, as marginalized communities.
The email addressed two of the demands delivered to the president's desk, highlighting a more diverse administration and providing more diversity training for students and faculty. But it left out two of the demands, an increase in funding for minority groups and the existence of a zero tolerance policy.
And we continue to ask for that zero tolerance policy, and he's discussed and said that he doesn't know what that looks like or exactly how that works or the effects of that, but he's working with his legal team to do that. However, when he did send out this email to the rest of the student body, he basically didn't even, address the issues and concerns.
Incitement may be punished. Defamation may be punished. Threats may be punished. Fighting words may be punished. A student code that carefully follows those lessons can be passed, and that can be used to discipline students. But hate speech is protected. I think that's the biggest problem, is getting people to remember that in the emotional moment.
Destiny says the Black Student Association is taking further action now and plans to reach out to the Board of Regents and Governor Kevin Stitt.
And thank you, Baylee. Come November 1st, Oklahoma will allow permitless carry within the state. OU Nightly's Ashley Eddy reports on how the new law could hurt some gun store owners.
Oklahoma's new permitless carry law will allow law-abiding gun owners to open or conceal carry without a license. This is a change from now, where you have to get a permit along with a background check and pass a course for training and safety. For local gun shop owner Jared Harshaw, he believes his training classes and permit sales will take a hit.
The numbers will probably drop.
But Harshaw believes these classes are important.
There's a lot of stuff in the SDA class that's going to help you, and that's what it really comes back down to.
He says there are other options for those not willing to take the class.
If you choose to do the constitutional carry and you didn't take a class, that you at least read the handbook.
As long as you're 21 and pass a background check, you can carry a gun open or concealed.
Ashley Eddy, OU Nightly.
And 15 other states have passed laws similar to this new Oklahoma law.
And President Trump has taken another step toward building a border wall. Marisa Nuzzo joins us now in the News Center.
Thanks, Baylee. The Trump administration released its 2020 budget today, and President Trump intends on keeping his promise to build the border wall. White House officials say Trump is requesting $8.6 billion for the border wall, despite lacking support from the House and Senate leaders. The plan promises a balanced budget in 15 years and calls for nearly $3 trillion in spending cuts. The proposed cuts in the president's plan come as Congress faces another major fiscal concern. And some areas of Venezuela are going on 4 days without electricity. Interim President Juan Guaido blames President Nicolas Maduro for the devastation from this blackout.
He is the one making it harder and doing that today. 12 hours ago, we counted 17 murders. We can't call it any other way. Imagine if in your country you wake to the news that there's been 4 days without electricity because of corruption, because they steal from electricity plants and 17 people died. That's murder.
Guaido is planning to announce a national emergency to put pressure on the government to find a solution. And an Ethiopian Airlines plane went down shortly after takeoff on Sunday from Ethiopia's capital. All 157 people on board the plane died, and this plane was the same model as the Lion Air jet that crashed off the coast of Indonesia last October, also killing everyone on board. And the popular retail store Charlotte Russe is shutting down all its locations. The company was established in 1975 and just filed for bankruptcy earlier this month.
Well, thank you, Marisa.
And we had a glimpse of spring over the weekend. However, clouds blew in, and I'm sure they're bringing more weather with them.
OU Nightly's Nash Rhodes has a quick look at what to expect over the next few days.
Well, that's right, guys. We did have a lot of rainfall yesterday, but we're not really seeing much in terms of rain here on the live radar. Only a few pop-up showers near Ardmore, Lawton, and just south of Norman. But coming up, we do have severe weather in the forecast, and I'll have all of your details on how much rainfall you can expect, just how severe the weather is going to get, as well as this huge line of wind that will be hitting our area. I'll let you know just how strong those winds will be coming right up. Back to you two at the desk.
Thanks, Nash. And it is the single biggest day in community service event for the state, and it is only a month away. Find out when your last chance to sign up will be after a break.
Plus, Harley-Davidson is a huge motorcycle company, but they are preparing to break into the children's toy market. Stay tuned for what they are bringing to the table.
Back, everyone. Many companies have been announcing the closing of their stores in 2019, including electric car company Tesla. But Meridith is here to tell us why that's no longer the case. Meridith?
In a sudden change of heart, Tesla is now keeping stores open and raising prices. The company was going to shut down most of its 378 stores worldwide and sell online to reduce the price of their best-selling car, the Model 3, which would be about $35,000. The basic version of the car will be sold for that price, but CEO Elon Musk said it is difficult to create the electric vehicle so cheap. The new 3% price increase will apply to the most expensive editions of the Model 3. Reopenings and price increases will go into effect March 18th. And there are various apps to help people decide where to eat, but the most recently developed app is geared toward conservatives. The 63 Red Safe app was created for conservatives looking for safe eateries and businesses. Users can label restaurants safe or unsafe based on 4 factors. If they serve guests of all political beliefs, if they allow customers to carry weapons legally under concealed carry laws, if they avoid talking about politics and advertising in social media, and if they protect customers who are attacked for political reasons. The creator hopes the app will help conservatives find places where they will not be harassed for supporting President Donald Trump. And Harley-Davidson is now looking to reach a younger generation of riders. The iconic motorcycle manufacturer is buying STACYC, which is known for its 2-wheel electric bikes for kids. The motorcycles fit for children between the ages of 3 and 6 will cost between $649 and $699. The company hopes the new kid-friendly bikes will offset the drop in old-fashioned bikes. Guys, all I had growing up was an electric Barbie Jeep, and so I think this is definitely a lot cooler than that.
Well, you know, for me, I had the Hot Wheels version of that, but if I had the Harley, ooh, I would have been the coolest kid on the playground.
Exactly.
You know, I didn't really have either of those, but I mean, I thought I was still pretty cool. But you know, if I had this little Harley Davidson bike, I would be a little bit cautious. I mean, just the whole two-wheel thing. Just kinda,
Yeah, it's a little scary, but I think it'd definitely be fun.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you, Meredith. And did you miss the deadline to register for OU's annual big event on April 13th? Good news, the deadline has been extended. The group announced signups for this year have been extended 1 week to this Friday. The event allows students to sign up in teams or individually to volunteer a day of community service at different locations across the Metroplex. Last year, nearly 6,000 volunteered at over 200 different locations in the area, making it the largest single-day community service effort in the state of Oklahoma. You can sign up through OrgSync or by visiting ou.edu/big event. And a volunteering opportunity is coming to Oklahoma that provides important weather details from your own backyard.
And speaking of weather, Nash has more on the approaching storms.
That's right, guys. We've got storms on the way. I'll give you a timeline coming right up. Welcome back to OU Nightly on this very gloomy day here in Oklahoma City. A live look, you can see lots of clouds out there, and our temperature currently right now at about 58 degrees, which is nice. We're much warmer than we were last week, but across the state, our temperatures are in the upper 50s and 60s for the most part. 63 here in Muskogee and Tulsa, so they're heating up. Meanwhile, down in Guyman, 52 degrees. Right now across the state, though, radar-wise, not seeing much in terms of rainfall down in southern Oklahoma. We're keeping an eye on this area because the National Weather Service has said they're expecting a few scattered showers and possibly a thunderstorm to develop this evening into the overnight hours. But right now, nothing very much except for a small shower there in Ardmore. Tonight, if you're heading out the door, it's going to be a little bit chilly depending on how you phrase it. It's going to be winds at about 10 to 15 miles per hour from the south. Expect a scattered shower or thunderstorm to possibly develop later on in the night. But again, tomorrow we're going to heat up just a little bit up into the 50s. Not as warm as we were today, but that's mainly because we're going to start to see some rain move into our area. As far as when we can expect that, here's a look at future radar. We're going to start seeing the first round of showers and storms enter our state from the southwest. This is Tuesday morning at about 7 a.m. We're expecting some storms near Oklahoma City. These shouldn't be on the severe side, but they will bring quite the downpour with them. They will move out of our hair as early as really throughout the entire day on Tuesday, on and off showers until Wednesday. Our main line of storms will move into Oklahoma City early in the morning. So once again, if you're heading out to class Tuesday morning or Wednesday morning, you might want to bring an umbrella or a jacket because it is going to be messy in terms of rainfall. But once this system does clear out, we're going to be mostly clear across the mid-state, not really a cloud in the sky. Now tomorrow we do have a risk outlined by the Storm Prediction Center. This is a slight risk here for southwestern Oklahoma, mainly for the threat of tornadoes, hail, and even perhaps some strong wind gusts. When we say wind gusts, we mean it. Winds will get up to about 35 miles per hour on Wednesday. Now looking out for the rest of the week, we will experience quite a bit of rain tomorrow, as well as some storms in the in the afternoon into the evening hours. And then on Wednesday, our strongest storms will push through in the early morning hours. So guys, you might want to bring an umbrella or something if you're planning on getting out to class early on Tuesday morning or Wednesday morning.
Thank you, Nash. And rain is something we are all used to here in Oklahoma, and now you can have an impact on weather research and data collection.
The community collaborative Rain, Hail, and Snow Network is looking for new volunteers to measure precipitation right in their backyard. The measurements from the rain gauge are sent to an online database and research in data purposes.
We need lots and lots of volunteers in order to see all of the differences in precipitation that happen, because at your house you might get 3 inches of rain, and then just up the street they might get ½ an inch of rain. And so we need as many volunteers as possible so we can see those differences that occur when a storm goes through.
This month, Oklahoma is in a competition with other states to see who can recruit the most volunteers. If you have an interest in joining the Coco Roz Network, go to cocoroz.com to sign up. And a wrestler at OU won the battle on the mat this weekend and beat Oklahoma State University at the Big 12 tournament.
To tell us about the hardware he brought home is Tevis Hillis. Tevis.
A redshirt freshman is making a name for himself as the new Big 12 champion.
And the men's gymnastics team won for their 110th consecutive time. The team had a few star athletes. We'll tell you who they were. Sports is straight ahead. Welcome back to OU Nightly Sports. I'm Tevis Hillis. Weighing in at 141 pounds, a redshirt freshman walks away with the Big 12 title. This is a big win for the Sooners as they haven't seen a trophy since 2016. Dom Demas pinned Oklahoma State's Cade Brock in just 54 seconds, capturing the title quickly. Demas was named the most outstanding wrestler at the tournament and will represent the Sooners at the 2019 NCAA Championship held in Pittsburgh later this month. Austin Hernandez is here to tell us more on the men's gymnastics team and how the seniors were putting up season high scores.
It was senior day for men's gymnastics as they hosted 5th-ranked Illinois over the weekend. The atmosphere at McCaslin Fieldhouse was electric as Oklahoma brought in another victory. The Sooners topped Illinois with a score of 425.7 to 415.7, which is a new high for the team this season. Yoel Moldauer won floor exercise, vault, and parallel bars, while Levi Anderson claimed the title in high bar. Cameron Wright and Jake Mullally posted career highs in rings with 14.1 and 14.55. To cap off the meet, Genki Suzuki recorded his season best in the high bar with the 14.5. While our seniors shined on this one, Moldauer took home his second all-around crown with a score of 87.15. The victory gave the Sooners their 110th consecutive win and 68 straight at the Fieldhouse. Oklahoma only has a few meets left before the MPFS championships. The Sooners will head down to Maryland to take on 10th-ranked Navy on Saturday. Back to you, Tevis.
OU softball took on Northwestern for a 4-game slate in the OU tournament. The Sunday night win marked OU's 9th run rule win and 10th shutout of the season. The whole team was on fire, and they were hoping to bring the momentum to California as they play their final regular season tournament. Josh Calloway joins us to tell us who is going to set up and spike on the Sooner Sports Pad set tonight. Josh?
Yeah, Tevis, tonight volleyball players Kaiten Kinley and Kylie McLaughlin are going to join us. We're going to be given our really early World Series picks. We're going to say who we think will be a standout for the Sooner football team this spring. Join us for all that and more tonight, 7:30 on Fox College Sports Central. Back to you.
A U.S. Olympic track cyclist took her life at age 23. Kelly Caitlin helped the U.S. national team win 3 consecutive world titles. In addition, she won the bronze at the World Track Championships in 2017 and 2018. Her family and the cycling community are mourning her death. Thunder took a tough loss to the LA Clippers Friday, but plan to sweep the season series against Donovan Mitchell and the Utah Jazz tonight. They go in as 3-point underdogs, but in past games against the Jazz, the Thunder has walked away with a win. Paul George and co hope to get back on the track as they have fallen to the 4th seed in the West. Tip-off is set for 8. For 14 years, Kansas took on the Big 12 title, but after 14 titles, the Jayhawks took a hard loss to the Sooners and are sending them to the Big 12 championship. This week, the men will take on West Virginia in regular season play. OU lost in Morgantown 79-71, but the rematch at home showed the Sooners could win 92-80. The team will meet up in Kansas City this Wednesday. A Birmingham City fan had a problem with an Aston Villa soccer player. The fan walks right on the field and gives him a smackdown. Jack Grealish gets socked from behind but was back up moments later.
Thanks, Tevis. And if you're feeling more tired than usual today, it could be because of a bad sleep schedule.
But likely the fatigue comes from daylight saving time. We'll tell you how today's holiday can help solve that issue when we return.
Today, the Senate voted 43-5 on the new medical marijuana bill, known as the Unity Bill. It is now headed to Governor Kevin Stitt. The bill includes guidelines for inventory testing and tracking, advertising, packaging and labeling, and other things. The law would also allow employers to fire medical marijuana users in certain jobs, including firefighters, workers who carry firearms, and those who drive vehicles or operate heavy machinery. Back to you in the studio.
And the day after daylight saving hits is National Napping Day, and for good reason.
Americans may experience more fatigue today while adjusting to the hour lost from daylight saving. Studies show that our bodies will adjust to the change in 5 to 7 days, but till then, we will feel tired. To help yourself adjust, take a 10 to 30 minute nap to jumpstart your body back into action. And thank you for watching OU Nightly, brought to you by the Gaylord College of Journalism and Mass Communications on the campus of the University of Oklahoma.
We'll see you back here tomorrow night, live at 4:30.
Have a great evening.
Good night.